Hello guys, welcome back to another video. My house is a mess, my trades are a mess, my life is a mess, but let's get into some new updates for my shadow supply model because it is time. And by the way, I've been back in the gym, bro, and man, y'all can see I'm getting pretty dialed in. Problem is under the desk, bro. Not my package cuz that there's no fixing that unfortunately, but legs are looking pretty small. I don't want to work them out, but gonna have to figure it out some way. That's part of life. But recently, I've been trading shadow supply a lot. I think it's super important. I think it's been going crazy. We had a nice 80-point dub today that would have worked if we implemented this update, and also one that did not play out today as well. Price action has been absolutely horrible. I have nothing to say about it. I don't know what to do. It is part of the motions of being a trader. You have to adapt. You have to overcome. I think right now, biggest thing is deleting trades off of my watch list, deleting trades off of my radar, minimizing my entries, maximizing on potential, giving myself the best chance in this price action because, man, it is dangerous lately. We are seeing so many fake outs. We are seeing so much chop. We need to make sure that we are actually going into the day approaching ourselves any sort of opportunity to give ourselves a chance to make money. So let's get into my revisions. Really big one on the plate today. Please make sure to like, subscribe. I am going to change this game up. All right, this is the first shadow supply setup we had of the day. Ironically, we got it during our live call, which is rare because in the Discord, I've only got to alert it once, and it's because it never gets to set up in the mornings, unfortunately. But of recent, we had two pretty solid setups of this. One we actually did take a trade off of, and the first one that we missed out on, ironically, caught low of day. So let's get into the biggest addition that did not make me take this trade that I am now going to do going forward. And that is exactly what you're looking at on the screen. Obviously, we're going to mark it on the 15-minute. But the main thing that I want to change is that I am not looking for the break, retest, break after the candle close. I'm looking for it during the candle close, and this was the reason why we missed out on this trade right here. You guys see. By the way, guys, make sure to click that link below, join the Discord. There's even a free section for you. Just announced I'm going to be doing monthly workshops inside of the Discord, giving you guys access to high quality content, making sure you guys are getting continuous development in the right direction, learn how to get better with your psychology, find that community that's really been pushing you forward, and make a lot more money trading. I mean, that's what you want, right? And of course, talk to me every single day, basically whenever you want. Click that link below, you will not regret it. This actually was the first 3-minute candle we had past this candle actually closing on the 15-minute and giving us the shadow supply setup. But if you look at during the time that this 15-minute candle was closing, we had break, we had retest, we had break back above. Right there, you would have got the entry for the shadow supply. We had some people in the Discord actually take it. I don't know if they knew that this was not actually part of the model, but this was a 80-point dub that they caught that I did not take because unfortunately I would didn't have this in my arsenal right now. And this is something that I tried to backtest, and I was actually getting too many setups. So I minimized it by waiting after the 3-minute, and it actually improved my win rate. But of recent, of seeing how the market has been moving, this happened multiple times now, where we saw the break, we saw the retest, and then we saw the break again, but it was during the 15-minute candle setup. So I kind of invalidated that because in my mind, I was thinking, hey, after this point, after I have the zone marked out, now I'm looking for that. But it's been a couple times now where we've seen the break, retest, break inside of the 15-minute candle that actually formed the model. So we are now going to be taking these trades. I am now taking this. I mean, this was a beautiful entry, and it was so sad because I was basically like botting myself. Like I was a bot to my own model. Like we had the break, we had the retest, we had the break, and now I was looking for it, and we already got it. Like, and it's just like that's just a dumb rule. I can't be expecting a break, retest, break, then looking for the break, retest, break. So if we do get it during the 15 minutes, so basically starting from this point forward, wherever the zone is starting, we're looking for it. So straight up, that is the big fix that I'm having for this model right now. Second edition is definitely going to be, it has to be throughout the whole day. This was something that, and I've always traded like 9:30 to 10:30 every single day, but I have to extend my time trading for this because it's very rare you get a setup in the morning, and it's very rare that you're going to see the money coming into your bank account at a good frequent basis if you are only doing this from 9:30 to 10:30. You're probably going to get 2 trades a week, and you're probably not going to be able to get the results that you would actually get if you were taking this full on. And that's the big problem is, of course, I don't want to trade forever, but I also have to make money, guys. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm going to have to extend my availability trading. That's the thing. You don't need to watch the chart with the strategy. That's my favorite thing about this is you don't need to sit there, watch every single candle print out, check every 15 minutes and see if you get a setup. If not, boom, move on, man. And it's super easy. So that's been the big thing going forward is main thing. Number one is we are going to start trading right at the beginning of the zone. If we get break, retest, break, we take it every single time. We're going to 1-1 off that zone. Boom, TV hit. Second thing as well is we are going to extend our trading window past any sort of limits that you may have had it already on. I would say though, for a basis like 3 trades, no more than 3 trades. I would say 2. If you win 2 in a row, call it right then and there. But this was the setup we actually took on the 15-minute, and we took a short bias. I had a short bias going into the day anyways. We had a really nice rip up in the morning, then came right back down. I was liking shorts. I was liking shorts before. We were chopping like crazy. 4-hour gave me bearish bias. We came into today, nice breakout above, came right back down, found a low, bought right back up. Then we started to see some chop. We did get in shorts right around here was our entry for shorts, and you guys see how well we held this shadow supply area, and it's just unfortunate that we did not get to hit TP on this. But these are trades you have to be happy with when you do take trades like this. I've never seen that before, by the way. That's a cool little addition. Great. Fix your real-time data, but I guess we got stickers. Wow, buy the dip. So stupid. When you have a trade like this and you take shorts like this, the fact that we got to see this for so long, obviously price action was horrible, so I'm not too happy with this. I didn't actually take this off of shadow supply. I took this off of a 1-minute setup, but we ended up actually just taking it within a shadow supply model, which was pretty cool. So it was kind of like a double confidence thing for me. When you do have a trade like this and you let it run out for this long and you see how much we rejected in this area, that is all we can expect. We got into this trade because we believe sells were in this area, and what do you see around here? We see rejection right there. 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 But buyers just wanted this to go higher, and they freaking got it, man. And sometimes you just have to accept that. At that point, I closed the chart, didn't take another trade for the rest of the day. And this was a setup that I had. I didn't end up taking it. But the main thing here was just being able to walk away after you get through a setup, being able to understand at the end of the day, hey, this is something that I tried my best at. I gave it a good shot. I waited for the market to form into a way that I wanted to and that I believe was going to work out. And once whatever happened after that, bro, it does not matter. You cannot think like that. You cannot look at the outcome when you had a really good intimate, process of making this kind of play out. So the big thing here is just we are minimizing entries. We are really focusing on finding good entries. We're finding our bias. We're playing off of it. We're waiting for our model to set up. We're getting the break, retest, break. We're taking it. We're being confident. We believe in our trade. And this is a 10 out of 10 trade for me every single time. The amount of rejection we had, the amount of time we were in this trade for, everything we wanted to see. I was really confident throughout this whole period that we were going to keep rejecting. We were making lower highs. Just buyers took it up high. And that just does not really matter to me. We had the setup. We took the side. We got what we wanted to see. We just could not see that break. You see all the buys we had right under this area, which was really unfortunate for us. But hey, we move on. And again, shadow supply took a pretty big dub earlier in the morning. We actually would have been up on the day, but unfortunately, again, I did not take that, so I ended up down 50 points a day, around $2,000. Not ideal for me, but markets continuing to move up. We had a pretty shaky start to this. We had a 15-minute shadow supply setup right now at nighttime. I was just kind of watching it just because it was a pretty big zone. And at night, I usually don't like to take shadow supply setups, but when we get pretty big zones like this, it's worth my time to check it out. But we have not actually seen an entry for it just yet. Looks like we're going to keep pushing lower. So who knows what it's going to be, guys. Price action has been absolutely horrible recently, so I really hope you guys have been doing okay. It's been ruthless, man. The market is tearing us up. Prop firms are probably eating right now. But biggest thing is just staying at it, keep chomping at the bit, making sure you are having an impact on your life. Make sure you are continuing to improve. Make sure you do believe in everything that you are doing going forward, just to give yourself that chance. Give yourself that chance to make money today. Today could be your day as long as you're approaching it with those good rules, those good intentions, and just make sure you are continuing to build off of this process. It is so important to go through times like this so you do understand when it is time to walk away. And then when the things are going a lot better, you know when to actually attack the market and make sure you are getting every single dollar that you deserve out of it. So ups and downs all around. Really upset with how it's been. But again, I've been taking good trades regardless, so that's all that matters to me. I hope you guys are doing good. Please like, please subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very, very soon. Thank you for watching this video. Comment, let me know how bad price action has been for you because I need to relate to one of you guys.